In this video, I will show you how to turn your paintings from looking like this to this. So what is highlights, midtones and shadows? There are different values in a painting. I'm going to use this sphere as an example. The highlight of a painting is usually the lightest part. It is the lightest because it is the part closest to the light source. The midtone is the middle value, which is neither light nor dark, and the shadows are the areas which light is blocked. To keep it simple, there are two types of shadows, a cast shadow and a core shadow. Cast shadow is what everyone is familiar with. In this case, it is the area on the table. It is casted by an object blocking the light source. A core shadow is the darkest shadow. It is also on the object itself. The way we paint our shadows can change the roundness of an object. For example, here is a cube and a sphere. The shadow on the cube is harsh and very clearly separated on the top and right side. This makes it look like each side is flat. Meanwhile, the shadow of the sphere is blended into the rest of it. This gives us the impression that it is rounded and smooth. Now that we've learned about highlights, midtones and shadows, I can show you how to implement what we've learned into our paintings. I'm going to draw a lemon, and the first step is to figure out where the light source is coming from. I am going to draw a small sun to mark out where the light is coming from. This will help us determine where the highlights, midtones and cast shadow will be. Since my light is here, this part of the lemon is closest to it, so this will be the highlighted area. In the highlighted area, I'll leave it empty so that it will remain white and color the rest of the lemon. Since the light is coming from here, the lemon will block the light from this angle and the cast shadow will be here. With watercolor, I always start with the lightest area first, because with watercolor, you can always make an area darker with more paint, but you can't make it lighter. Onto my core shadow, I am painting on some brown while the paint is still wet because I want it to be blended. When an object is round, you would want to make the shadows blend into the midtones. Next, I am painting the leaf green, and since the left side is facing the light source, my right side will be darker. The details of my leaf will also be painted with the same dark green. After taking a step back, I realized my shadows of the leaf is not dark enough. So I glazed on a layer of dark green. Moving on to the shadow, I never use black directly. I either use a different color like blue or brown so that my colors look more vibrant. The harshness of your cast shadow depends on how close the light is to your object. In this case, the light source is not directly on the subject, so the cast shadow will be diffused at the ends like this. And we are done!